My coworker is obsessed with taking credit for my work, so I started giving her exactly what she wanted. There's this coworker in my office, let's call her Megan, who's built her whole career on taking credit for other people's work. She's the type who, if you so much as come up with a good idea in a team meeting, will start repeating it loudly and then take it to the boss as her concept. For months, she's been getting away with this, and since I'm not exactly confrontational, I figured I'd just keep my head down and let it go. But it was getting out of control. Megan had gone from stealing ideas to outright taking my actual work and passing it off as her own. I'd create presentations, reports, and proposals, and somehow she'd end up presenting them to management with barely a word of credit thrown my way. My frustration hit a breaking point after our last project. I'd spent days on an analysis report, only to have her march into the boardroom and summarize it, taking full credit. And the worst part, management actually believed her. So I decided to take a different approach. If she wanted to steal my work, I'd make sure it was work worth stealing. Here's what I did. I created an elaborate jargon-filled 25-slide presentation about a fake process I called Optimal Revenue Integration Strategy, or ORIS for short. It looked impressive, sounded professional, and was absolutely meaningless. Just buzzwords strung together. I intentionally left the presentation open on my desktop during lunch, fully expecting her to see it. Sure enough, Megan swooped in, borrowed it, and set up a meeting with our boss to showcase her latest insights. When the meeting happened, I sat quietly in the back, watching as she went through slide after slide, using words like synergize and monetize, like her life depended on it. The boss's face went from interested to confused to downright skeptical. Finally, he asked, "Can you explain what optimal revenue integration strategy means in practice?" Megan's face went pale as she stumbled over the buzzwords trying to make sense of it. But it was nonsense. She couldn't explain it because it wasn't real. The boss turned to me, knowing I'd been working on the project too, and I just shrugged, saying I had no idea what she was trying to convey. Megan was caught. The meeting ended abruptly, and she hasn't been able to steal my work since. I'm now known as the guy who actually understands the strategy in the office, and she's been side-eyed by everyone ever since.